Azor Ahai is a mythical figure known to have fought the darkness and won many years ago using his sword Lightbringer, a sword whose forging was very, let's say unique. It took him 3 tries. The first time he tried to temper his sword in water. It broke. The second time he tried to temper the sword by driving it into the heart of a lion. It broke again. The third time he decided to temper his sword by thrusting it into his wife's heart. Now, I don't know why this seemed like a good idea to him. I don't think the myth clarifies why he thought this would somehow make his sword better, but for some reason it freaking worked, and he got a magic fire sword for his troubles. So hooray, I guess. Whatever. The point is, using a magic sword that set monsters on fire, he saved the world, and some think he's going to return to save it again. The return of Azor Ahai and the prince that was promised have been used interchangeably in the books, so in this video I'm going to assume they're basically the same prophecy, but I'll note that some readers believe they're 2 separate things. No one really knows for sure. Anyway, the prince that was promised, according to Melisandre, is Azor Ahai, and will meet certain requirements. 1, they will either be a prince or a princess. Generally, this is translated into Westeros' common tongue as prince, but this is a cultural bias, as High Valyrian is a gender-neutral language, so prince and princess are interchangeable. 2, they will be the blood of the dragon, which probably means a Targaryen, or someone who's at least part Targaryen. 3, they will be born amidst salt and smoke. No one knows exactly what this means. It's one of those vague things that could mean virtually anything, including, yes, being a ham. 4, something about a bleeding star, which many people think means that red comet seen at the beginning of Clash of Kings and Season 2 of Game of Thrones. Those are the things we know are related to the prince that was promised, but there's also a few things about dragons being born and something about a dark eye that might be related, but it's not certain. Now, all these signs in some way or another relate to a great many people in this series. It's an extremely vague prophecy. The only thing that is at least partially certain is that this person needs to be a Targaryen prince or princess, but even that could be up for interpretation depending on how you look at it. Throughout both the show and the books, this prophecy has come up again and again, so something will probably eventually come of it. It would make a very unsatisfying story for it to come up all these times and then mean absolutely nothing at this point, but who could this person be? We'll discuss that in the next video and try to deduce who has the best shot at being the savior of Westeros before the series is over. But the moral of this story is, don't try the whole stabbing your wife in the heart thing at home, please. It's not a good idea. Don't do it. Please.